Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're doing something a bit different. We're looking at a potential blueprint for a TV series, actually. It's called The Conqueror's Chocolate.
Right. And our aim here is really to unpack why this whole scenario, this concept, could make for a really engaging show, especially for you, the producers listening in. Why should you consider this?
Exactly. What are the ingredients here that could, grab an audience and give you, as a creator, a lot to work with?
So we've got the outline even to sort of pilot episode breakdown. Our job is to pull it apart and see, well, what makes it tick? What's the potential for a hit series here?
Okay, let's jump right in. The core idea, the high stakes premise. We have Victor Langlois, CEO of this big tech company, NeuraCore.
And straight away, he's under immense pressure. It's not just one thing. It's angry shareholders, a rival, tech vortex, dropping a new product, a potential strike.
It's a perfect storm. It sets the stage immediately. As you as a viewer or you as a producer, you see the tension right from the start.
And then there's l'éclat, his secret weapon,
Yeah.
this chocolate.
Yeah, not just any chocolate. It's this 90% cacao raw stuff
Huh.
packed with nootropics. It's pitched as this key to peak mental performance, creativity, boldness.
Which, from a production standpoint, is gold. It's visual. How does it affect him? How do you show that? It's a narrative engine built right in.
Absolutely. And think about the conflict it immediately creates. Is he winning because he's smart or because of this substance?
Right. It raises all these questions. Can he keep it up? What's the catch? And the fact that its origins are murky. That's your season-long mystery right there.
Definitely something to unravel. So the pilot, the power potion, seems to waste no time. Scene one throws us into his office, chaos everywhere.
It's efficient storytelling. You get the pressure cooker vibe instantly. That's how you hook viewers, Make them feel the urgency.
And then he takes the chocolate, l'éclat. The outline even suggests visual effects, energy, heightened senses.
Yeah, and for you producing it, you're thinking, okay, how do we visualize that? CGI, sound design, slow-mo. Lots of creative options there. It becomes a signature element.
Which powers him through the next big scene, the boardroom. His job's literally on the line.
Classic setup. Chairman's against him, rivals circling, and then, boom. Fueled by the claw, he gives this killer presentation, saves his skin.
It shows the power of the chocolate, but also sets up that rival, Mark Keller. You see his resentment, instant antagonist.
Exactly. That's your ongoing source of friction right there. But what's clever, I think, is the immediate cut to the flashback. Meeting Ari, the creator,
Ah, yes, the mysterious scientist figure.
who calls Leclaw a weapon for the brain, but crucially warns it amplifies everything, the good and the bad.
That's important. It's not just a magic pill. It plants that seed of doubt, foreshadowing the downside.
So for a producer, you're not just telling a simple power fantasy. You're setting up moral ambiguity, potential consequences. It adds depth.
It makes Victor's journey more complex. Is the price worth it? And his own doubts later on reinforce that it's not a simple fix.
And that warning starts to, well, pay off pretty quickly. We see the side effects: insomnia, fragmented visions.
The physical toll. And his wife, Elise, she notices. She's worried. That brings in the personal cost, the relationship drama.
Makes him more human, more relatable. Despite the extraordinary circumstances, it grounds the story.
And then the pilot ends with that cliffhanger, the parking lot confrontation.
Textbook. Mark Keller shows up, basically threatens Victor, says he knows about the chocolate.
And reveals an identical box, but with a different logo.
Exactly. Suddenly, it's not just about Victor and his secret. There's more to it. Maybe a conspiracy. Rival chocolates. Who knows?
That's how you get people tuning in for episode 2. Classic move.
Definitely leaves you hanging. So, beyond the plot, let's talk visuals and themes. The concept suggests a certain aesthetic.
Yeah, like Succession or Billions, that sleek, modern, high finance look. Cold corporate worlds.
Contrasted with maybe warmer, more intense visuals when the lake lock kicks in. That contrast itself is interesting.
And the specific effects mention the golds, the electric blues, maybe slow motion for clarity.
It's about translating an internal state into something the audience can see and feel. Showing, not just telling, the chocolate's impact. Visually dynamic.
Then the characters. You've got your archetypes laid out. Victor, the flawed hero. Ari, the maybe not so good genius. Claire, the icy chairwoman.
Mark, the ruthless rival. Elise, the emotional anchor/conscience. Strong building blocks for character arcs. You can see the potential conflicts just in that lineup.
Gives actors something meaty to work with and gives you, the producer, lots of story threads.
And the themes underpinning it all: power, ambition, the ethics of enhancement. the quest for control. These are very now.
Very relevant. Things people are thinking about anyway. Using technology, or in this case, biochemistry, to get ahead. What does that mean?
And the idea of season one focusing on Victor consolidating power while digging into Leclerc's origins, that gives you a clear narrative drive for, say, 10 episodes.
Plus that shining metaphor they threw in about the danger of pushing too hard for performance.
Yeah, that's a nice touch. Hints at a potential psychological thriller element, too. The obsession, the potential for it to consume him, adds another layer.
So, bringing it all together, why is this a potentially vibrant series? What's the core appeal for you, the producer?
Well, it's that blend, isn't it? You have the relatable corporate backstabbing, the office politics we see in popular dramas.
But layered with this unique, almost sci-fi or fantastical element, the mind-altering chocolate. It's familiar, yet different.
Exactly. That mix creates inherent tension. Corporate espionage meets, well, something stranger. It allows for unexpected twists.
The mystery surrounding the chocolate itself, its effects, its origins, who else knows about it, who else has it? That's a deep well for storytelling.
And the characters, as we said, they aren't one note. They have flaws, conflicts, room to grow or, fall. That keeps an audience invested long term.
It taps into current themes, ambition, tech, the pressure cooker of modern life, but wraps it in this quite exciting thriller package.
It feels like it could be both entertaining and maybe a little thought-provoking without being preachy.
And that pilot cliffhanger, the second box, that's a strong hook. It immediately escalates the stakes and expands the mystery.
It signals that this isn't just Victor's personal story anymore. There's a bigger game being played, crucial for audience retention.
Right. So for you TV producers listening in, the question really becomes, how do you take this fusion, the corporate thriller, and this extraordinary catalyst, Leclerc, and craft something truly fresh and addictive?
Yeah. What are the possibilities there? Exploring the ethics, the personal fallout, the potential for corruption, the sheer seductive power of something like Leclerc.
That exploration, we think, is where the potential for a genuinely captivating, successful series really lies. Lots to chew on there.